What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Just Chat. Sorry, looking a mess. I've been sick all week, and I'm just getting my voice back. New book coming out tomorrow, Stop Losing Women. I'm doing a live show, so be sure to check that out. Be sure to get the book. You'll see links for it and all my comment stuff starting tomorrow. Anyway, so I was watching another stream, though, and I thought about something. So I like to watch a bunch of other content creators. My favorite one right now is Coach Greg Adams. He actually does a lot of shows talking about the many things that men need to look out for when it comes to dating women. And I think it's important for men to recognize that, because sometimes as men, we get so in our head about, oh, all women are great, they would do no wrong, that I think men need to have a more realistic look of all the different ways that women can be. So, but in watching his show today, he reminded me of something that I want to tell to you guys, which is that he was watching the interview that Lisa Ann, who is a former adult actress, and she was talking about the ins and outs of trying to date at 50, having been a former adult actress star. And she said that she's only dated two guys seriously, and one of them she liked, but that what would happen was they'd go out and he'd be complaining about something that happened at work or whatever, and then come later in the night, no pun intended, he's still complaining. He's still talking about, yeah, and this stuff here, blah, 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 this and that. And I realized I don't think guys actually realize how much that they actually, how much their conversation is either leaning negatively or is complaining about things. And some of you guys might be going on dates and you're thinking you're having a great time and that she's having a great time. And then you go out maybe a couple more times and then she starts to lose interest. And you're thinking like, what did I do? We seem to be having great conversation and I was able to really easily talk to her and open up to her. And what you got to realize is that sometimes we think as men, in order for her to like me more, I have to open up. And then we assume that opening up means that we need to be complaining about things that are going on in our life or telling her all the things that are going wrong in our day-to-day, because unfortunately, just people in general have created this idea that in order to bond, it has to be by way of complaining about or talking about something in a negative sense. And I recognize this happened to myself in my 20s when I started to realize, I think life overall is great, but I find when I'm talking to women, I just spend the whole time complaining. Oh, school was like this today, and oh, this cashier at this restaurant did this thing to me, and then I was driving my car and this blah, 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 blah. And I'm doing this because I'm thinking, oh, I'm opening up. This is going to allow her to get to know me more, know more about things that I don't like so she won't do them. But it can actually be a turnoff. Now, it's not just a turnoff to former adult actresses, but women in general. And if you are not aware that you have a tendency to do this, you're going to continue to go on these dates and unknowingly be using your conversation to complain the whole time and then not understand why women are not staying around. And you got to catch it, because if you've been doing it long enough, you're not going to even be aware that you're doing it. You're going to be thinking you're having all these great conversations with these women and all these women are crazy because you happen to have a few conversations about your bad day or about somebody mistreating you. And next thing you know, they don't want to be around. So now you go to the next girl. Oh, this last girl did it was crazy because she just blah, blah. She wouldn't listen to this. And now you're complaining to that girl. And it becomes this unhealthy cycle of you complaining and talking about stuff in a negative light. And women that are going on dates want you to be the fun guy, the person that's getting them out of their funk and showing them a bright side of life and hopefully giving them a cheery side of what life can be. So even if you have realistic negative stuff going on, that cannot be your entire conversation with a woman. At the best, if you're on a date with her and something happened to you or you want to complain about something, don't make it more than 5, maybe 7 minutes tops, and then go on to more positive stuff, because women are noticing. And I'm telling you guys, women don't want to be around your negative energy. It is a downer to them. For a woman that's trying to get out of her head and to spend a night having a good time. And she even said in the video, she'd be ready to hook up with these dudes and they'd still be complaining about stuff. At the point that you're getting near a hookup, why are you still talking about negative stuff? She's trying to get in a space where positive things are about to happen in the bedroom. And you're like, but I want to open up and I feel sad and I want to blah, 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 blah. And it's not to say, because I know people say yeah, I can never complain as a guy. It's not saying you can never complain. It's just that overall, you having your conversation be consistently negative, nobody wants to be around that. If you have the worst stuff in your life going on, that cannot be your entire conversation. It is not the fault of the other person across from you that you have a bunch of negative stuff going on, nor do they want to be the ones that constantly have to hear about it, all right? So just be mindful of that. Now, if you like that tip, My book, Stop Losing Women, has a whole bunch of tips that are designed to help you figure out how to attract women and actually keep them around so that way you will stop losing them. You can get that book starting on Friday, September 1st, 2023. So if you're watching this video in the future, hi, the book is already available. Go to introvertdatingsuccess.com to learn more about it. You can click on the tab for the book and actually read some free segments from the book. I promise you, if you like those segments, and they're long, I've provided you at least a good 15 to 20 pages of free content from this book. If you like those and find them to be informative, you are so ready to get this book. All right, so check that out at the website. That's all I got. Thanks for watching Couch Chat. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class